Hey guys, I'm just playing here in my craft room today. Hopefully this might interest some of you. So I've been painting on jeans, fabrics, white tennis shoes for a long time, decades. When my kids were little, um, in the 80s, I used to paint on tennis shoes a lot. That was kind of a thing. And I've painted on tons of jeans. A couple questions because I know you guys are going to ask me, and I am by far no expert, but I am going to tell you what I do because I have a lot of painted items. I just use fabric paint. You can also use acrylics, or I have. I'm just going to tell you what I've used. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I've had all these fabric paints for years and years. Um, you can get fabric paint, which I use a lot. This is by Make. I don't even know who that is. I've had these so long, I don't know. Um, you can also, which I did for years when I was painting a long time ago, this is just, the brand is Folk Art. I think you get that at Michael's. I'll look on Amazon for you and see if I can find a link, but like I said, I've had these forever. And you guys, some things just don't change, right? Because look at all these metallics I had in there. I was going through them. Here's another metallic, iridescent pink. Oh my gosh. And look at this, you guys. Some of you might get a kick out of this. Where is it? Here it is. So here's another green metallic I had. Look at that. They're called Color Shift. I really like these ones. I can check and see if they still sell those. You probably can't read this, but can you believe what color this is? And I swear to you, I've had this for a long time. Quin Magenta. Like, honestly, guys, some things just don't change. I loved it then, I love it now. So what you can do, what I've done in the past is, or I have just added in this product by Golden. It's a heat setting fabric painting. It's a medium, basically. So I like Golden. I think they have the best quality. So you can mix a little bit of this in with your acrylics. For the most part, what I have experienced, acrylics don't come off your fabric a lot of times. They might crack off, and I don't paint real thick. So, you know, maybe that's why too. So I'm not saying it won't happen. Please do your own experimenting. I'm just sharing with you what I've done. You can mix this Golden GAC 900. I did just buy this a couple years ago, so I'll get you look up my link for that. It's a heat setting fabric painting medium, but you can just look up fabric medium and mix a little bit of that in with your acrylics. And what it basically does is helps it be a little bit more flexible, so you're not as apt to crack. But honestly, I have just used plain old acrylics and fabric paint for years, and I wash them inside out. I don't put them in the washer. If I do, it's inside out in cool water. The other thing I always do is heat set my acrylic paintings on fabric or tennis shoes or what have you, or tote bags maybe. And that kind of sets in the paint. Now, for those of you that are really into this, please share with us some of the things you do. Here are some of those colors. Again, I always laugh to myself because look at the iridescence. I mean, is that funny to you? I have always had this thing with iridescence and bling. Kind of funny to me. Anyway, some things just don't change, guys. So I was playing with this and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to just hop on and share this with you. No, it's not watercolors, but it's fun nonetheless. So I did go ahead and paint this. It is somewhat thin. Again, that just is kind of how I paint, but also I don't think it's going to crack. I, again, have not had that problem. I think on tennis shoes years ago, I had a little bit of that problem because I couldn't heat set the tennis shoes. I guess you could put fabric over it and then use an iron to heat set it in. But anyway, typically I just dump to the tennis shoes after I wore them for a while. So I'm gonna do a little painting on here. I am using just an inexpensive brush. I don't like to use, I've said this before, I don't really like to use my good brushes for acrylics. I try to buy acrylic brushes specific, or just some of my old brushes, because it's a little bit harder to get out. So, and I'm going to keep painting on these jeans. I've been painting on them for a while, but I just pull them out occasionally and paint some more on them. It's really fun. All right, so I'll just show you what I am going to do here. I think I'm going to use this, I don't know if you can see that, but it's an iridescent. It's this one, Color Shift. I love this brand. It's carried at Michael's. I'm sure it's on Amazon too. I'll look for the link for that, but it's really pretty. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there. It is a little bit thick, so I tend to add some water to it just to make it easier to work with. So there we go. And this one is, I wanted to see, acrylic paint, metallic, gloss finish. So it's not, doesn't specifically say fabric paint, but you know, this is just my stuff. I have sold a lot of these over the years, but all right, so I'm going to start here, and I'm just using the side of my brush. The thing is too, is if you do use too much water, it can tend to just absorb right into your fabric. So, and it is different than, you know, painting on, obviously on canvas. So I will go over some of this. That's why I use these really bright colors over here. I need to grab my white. I quite often add in white just because it kind of makes it pop a little bit more. And I'm even going to go into this bright pink. So funny. I've always loved all these colors. Bright pink rose. There you go. And I'm going to add some of that in. So if you do, again, add some water to your paint, you know, keep in mind it's going to kind of soak into your pants there. Then I'm going to grab some of this really light. It's a metallic as well. And I don't even want to get too fussy here. I'm just playing. That's what's the fun here. These are my pants. These are some vintage pants, but I have done these for other people. Just because they see my jeans on me and they're like, ooh, those are cute. Would you do a pair for me? They're kind of pricey. I try to go to the thrift store and find these jeans a little bit more reasonable. Let's go in with some of that Quin Magenta. Ooh, look at that. That really shows up. And I love how it mixes with the other pinks. I think that's really pretty. So again, working with those values, just like I talk in when I'm teaching watercolors. So I've got some dark values here. I've got some light values. There we go. Just adding in some little fluffy doos at the top here. Oops, that's way too much. That's a big old glob. I didn't plan this out, so this is quite random here, guys. Might go in with some yellow. There we go. So there's one flower. Now let me grab my green. Excuse my arm in front of the camera there. I've got, so funny too, my greens that I go to are always olive green and like a sap green, and those are exactly the colors I've got, green gold. And this iridescent is called Green Flash. So, you know, like I said, some things don't change, right, guys? Let's just do some little, so I'm using the same type of brush stroke that I use in my paintings. And I'm going to add in some of that green flash. Ooh, that's fun, isn't it? And just follow along. I like that green flash. That's pretty cool. Let's just keep going here, just to kind of highlight some of these leaves. There we go. And then I'm going to switch back to, I'm actually going to, no, that brush is good. I have another really thin brush here too. Alex, don't even know where I got that. I'm sure I got it on Amazon. I want to add in a little bit more white like these. Oh, you know, I don't even have my white here. I might go look for my white because I really like the way the white looks. I think it, as always, just like I talk about leaving whites in your paintings, I love how it highlights. I'm even applying it in a layer. Let me go see if I can find my whites. Hold on one second here. Let me grab my basket here. Here I come, guys. There we go. I don't want to set this on top of my pants. So let me try and move them out of the way. Oh my gosh, this is a big basket and that's really close up, isn't it, guys? But let's see here. I have bright green. These are all my acrylics, by the way. Violet Pansy. Let's see what else we got here. Here's white. Winter white. So I'm going to pull that out. You guys, I have so many different little crafts. I don't even know what I have half of the time in here. Cobalt blue. This is a pretty one. Pink, powder pink rose. I might pull that one out. Lipstick red. Woohoo. I must have been feeling sassy when I bought that one. Metallic, more metallics. So funny, you guys. I crack up at myself. Apple Orchard. That's kind of pretty. Maybe I'll pull that out. Okay, so I wanted that white. I could use my acrylic white, but okay. There we go. So let's go back to the pants here. I'm quite liking that. So I didn't want to do completely down the leg, but I think I will add a little bit more over here. So let me go in. What I like doing when I am painting on jeans is I do like a really stiff brush. I think I might even use this. This is just one. I still even have the tag on it, but so funny. I've had this forever. A little filbert brush. So let me see what I can do with that. You know how I like my filbert brush. So I'm going to start again with some of that hot pink. So funny that I had Quin Magenta. Funny, and yet I'm not surprised. And I'm going to go in here and paint a little rose. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like almost like an opera rose. You do have to use it a little bit thick because otherwise it just, that's why I do a lot of layers, because otherwise it just kind of blends right into your fabric, the water. And then I'll go in and let's see, let's add maybe some of that metallic. I'm dying to use that metallic, but you know what? That metallic I have, it's really pretty, but I think it needs to go over a darker color because it's not really showing up like I might. So here I am using this filbert brush. Love it, love it, love it. Of course, I love this Quin Magenta. And then let's pick up, I'm kind of mixing my colors here too, if you notice. Mixing my colors mean I'm not totally rinsing my brush in between. And I'm just going to bring up the sides a little bit. So there we go. Let's go in. I'm going to go into the green now. If you guys haven't done this, it's so fun. Years ago, okay, I'm always aging myself here. Years ago, it was a thing to paint on tennis shoes t-shirts, and I did it. I went into small businesses. Like I remember for a while I was really being referred for dental offices, and I would paint cute little teeth on their tennis shoes and kind of silly things like that. That was fun. Let's use some of that bling. And again, I'm using a lot of the brush strokes I use when I paint, you know, my watercolors. I have a thin, let's pull out that thin brush because I want to get all that acrylic paint out of my brush so it doesn't ruin it, especially get it out of that. You don't want it to go down into here because that can really ruin your brushes with watercolors and with acrylics. So I really try to do my best to get all the paint out. I'm going to try this little fine liner. Again, there's no name on this. I'm sure I got it off of Amazon. Alex, a number 5. And I want to do some little vines. Let me get some more of that green. I don't know what color I used on the other side for that dark green. I'm thinking maybe I mixed it to get it kind of darker. So let's see if I can use this and do some little veins or vines. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to add some of that lighter green though, because this isn't showing up as well. This is so fun though. Stuff like this, you guys, is what I used to sit up late at night and do when I was working in corporate. And then I'll just do some of those little dabs. I want to add some more whitish, lighter colors on here. So I'm going to go into that light pink. What was that called? Let's see. Actually, I have 2 of these. So funny, again, I buy the same colors. This is iridescent pink and this is powder pink. I remember when I found these iridescents, I was like, oh my God, I love those. Let me get some more on here. There we go. And I'm going to try and use this little brush. Yeah, exactly what I wanted to do. And I think on that side I actually used white, but I'm kind of liking this pinkish color. Oops, stuck my hand in something there. And then I'm going to do some little tiny ones right here. So let's get that dark quin magenta. Just do some like little buds. There we go. Maybe a little bud coming out here. Mix some of that. So fun, you guys. I love stuff like this. And I love wearing these jeans because whenever I wear them, it really inspires people and they're like, oh, I'm gonna try that. Add a tiny bit of gold to some of these leaves since I've got it here on my palette. There we go. Just adding some highlights here and there. Go in, well, that probably wasn't the best idea, green and red, but maybe do a little bit of that green. Just doing dabs for some little leaves here. There we go. Yeah, I like that. It's fun. I'm going to get a little bit more of that bright pink and put some white. By the way, I know you guys are going to ask me about this palette. I got it somewhere on Etsy. A number of years ago, I gave them out one Christmas for gifts. Came with a little cup, and you set them different places in your house when you're going to have people over, and you put a little paintbrush there, and you invite them to paint a little something or write something. Oops, sorry for that. I had bumped the camera. Or write something in them. And it's kind of fun what people will put. Okay, so there's that white. Yeah, I like that white. That is really draws attention, right? Okay. Let's see. Let's do something kind of trailing off. Let me make sure I'm still in the camera. Yeah. Something trailing off over here. Maybe a little rose. So that has always been my biggest challenge with painting on fabric is you got to really have a stiff brush, and sometimes it's a little bit challenging to get the paint on your fabric because it kind of soaks in. Of course, the fabric's really textured, but it's fun. It's a fun challenge. And you know, to be honest, I haven't looked in years, but they probably have like fabric pens now and all kinds of that kind of fun stuff. I'm sure it's come a long way since back in the 80s when I was really into this type of art. I don't want to make this too big. I want that to be bigger. This one's facing up, that's facing down, and now this one's kind of up like that. Ooh, this is fun. I forgot how much I like this. It's funny, over the years, I've had a lot of people that remembered I did this, and they've gotten a hold of me and said, do you still do that? Can you make me some jeans? And I don't usually because I just don't have the time, but make a little leaf coming here. There we go. So this brush is quite soft. Like I said, I like a harder brush. Sorry, I know my arm's right in the camera. I like a harder, stiffer brush. Let me see if I have another brush I can use. I don't like using my good brushes, obviously. Ooh, I've been looking for that. That's my Princeton Petals brush, but don't want to use that here because that was an expensive one. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Well, not seeing what I'm looking for. I did find more of these little brushes. Boy, that one's really fine. Okay, that's okay. We'll stick with this. Look how pretty though. Lots of highlights. Let's see, where else could we paint on these? I want to fill all of these jeans up actually, and maybe do a little writing. They probably, I bet you anything, maybe if some of you know, you can write it in the comments below. They probably sell some type of pen. I'm sure they've come up with all kinds of fun things since I was doing this. So like right here, I'm thinking I might want to write the word love or beauty or something like that. Maybe in the pocket. Or maybe going down, this would be perfect for letters. Let's see if I can write love on here. Let's see here. I'm going to use that bright pink. So see, my brush is so soft that it doesn't paint very well. I really need a stiffer brush so that it goes into the fabric and is a little easier to paint with. Here's an O. Yeah, I definitely need a stiffer brush for letters. I'm gonna so you know what I'm gonna be doing now. This is dangerous. I'm gonna be on Amazon tonight looking for fabric painting. Ooh, look how pretty. Fabric painting goodies, which I can't afford right now, guys. Please tell me to stop. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's keep going with that method. Let me go in here. What I did is I just kind of layered stuff on top of each other. mixed it in a little bit. How fun is this? Is this as relaxing to you as it is to me? I'm going to add some gold on that. Ooh, that's fun. Look at that. That's that iridescent gold. So fun. Oh my gosh, I love this. Add in some of that dark quin magenta, which makes me laugh every time I think about it because I bought that so long ago. And then let's see, LOVE. Let's do an E here. That sparkly color didn't show up so well. But I think how I would maybe use that going forward would be for, what was I going to say? Oh, the sparkly over my other paints. That might be a good way to use it. So love, and then let's maybe just do a little flower here. Not let's, I guess me, because you guys aren't here painting with me. So here's our little flower. Just a little 5-petal goodie here. There we go. Yeah, it's Sunday here, and I thought, you know, I just want to play today. Kind of been in that mood lately. I got so much serious type things going on that I'm like, I need to play. Let's see here, grab more of that pink. Get one more petal, 1, 2, 3. I typically go for a 5-petal. So there we go. So fun, you guys. I hope you guys will give this a try. Yeah, I like that. Oops, I stuck my hand in that one. Gosh, I wonder if I could put my holographic series over some of this. What do you think? Should we give it a try? Let me rinse my brush here. Oh my gosh, that would be fun. See if it works. Normally, I really do my best not to get the point of my brush in there, but this is kind of getting down low. Let's see what that looks like. I hope I don't ruin this. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then remember, how I do this, I'm no professional here with this type of stuff, you guys, but I just apply a hot iron to the back, not the top, the back of this. And that seems to really work. I'm going to try the iridescence now and see if that has some sparkle. Let's see. Let's try it here. Yeah, a little bit. I don't want to ruin this, so I don't want to do any more of that. But I am going to use more of that holographic. Now, this is a watercolor paint, so you know what? That would be something when I hand wash it, it might come off. I'm sure they sell something like this in an acrylic or fabric paint, kind of like what I have. But I really like that. Oh my gosh, look how pretty, you guys. Yeah, and I just hand wash all this kind of stuff. That is really pretty. I like that. I'm going to have to play more with that. All right, well, I just wanted to hop on here a minute. I'm going to keep painting and playing here, but, you know, something different to do. I'm always looking for different because I get bored with the same old stuff. So I like to find different things to do. I do normally stick with watercolors, but, you know, like here, sometimes I branch out a little bit and play. I wore these jeans yesterday and people were commenting on them, and I thought, oh, I need to add some more to that. Love adding the little whites. There we go. All right, everybody. I hope that inspired you. Don't forget to go to, on YouTube, when you look me up, here, let me put this, I'm going to, oh, I'm not sure how to do that. Never mind. So you're not just watching my hands move around. I was going to try and get it on my face, but you know my camera skills. Now I forgot what I was going to tell you guys. Gosh darn it. I get off on these tangents. Anyway, give this a try. Oh, make sure when you look for me on YouTube, go to my community page, because I give a lot of little freebies there, drawings. I give you a heads up what's coming the next week. You can also go to my website. I do my best to get free drawings every month under free resources. You know, I ask for your opinions in the community post. So take a peek there because I love engaging with you guys there. And I hope you give this a try. I will find my link for this. Golden's great products. I've always been happy with them. And this is that medium that you can add into your acrylics, and it will make it a little bit more pliable, flexible. And then again, I heat set the back of mine, and that seems to help. I also hand wash my jeans and things inside out. All right, everybody, have fun, happy painting, and thank you for those of you that continue to hang out with me, and even with all my bloopers and everything else and camera shakes, and I really appreciate you guys. Let's keep having fun together. And always remember, you are an artist. We are all artists. And I just want to be here to encourage you and have fun and bring the joy of creating and watercolors to you guys. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.